Hello friends, and welcome back to my channel. Also, if you're curious, this poster still does exist. It just fell down and I haven't had a chance to put it back up. Okay, so today we're going to be talking about my winter favorites. I don't think I'm going to call this my winter favorites because I feel like people are don't want to click on a video in spring that's titled winter favorites, but these are the products that I've been enjoying this winter season. I mentioned, when did I mention this? In some previous video, might have been my January, but instead of doing monthly favorites, I'm going to be doing seasonal favorites, so kind of grouping a couple of months at a time, just because I felt like I didn't have enough products to talk every single month about new favorites, but I definitely have a bunch now from the past couple of months. Let's get into it because I have a long list of stuff. First, I just want to mention it. If you hear any background noise, it's because I have my humidifier running, and that is one of my favorites. I have a gnarly sinus headache today, like right up in here and a little bit on here. So that's why I am running my humidifier. My parents had a humidifier that they weren't really using anymore, and I asked if I could use it, and they were like, yeah, sure. I am very prone to sinus headaches, and I like I said, right in this region here, which are the sinuses. I had sinusitis a bunch of times when I was in third year, and then ever since then it's just like my sinuses have been wrecked. I feel like it's from working from the pool, but anyways, so I'm really prone to sinus headaches, and one of the reasons is that because, you know, dry weather, and having a humidifier has helped so much with my sinus headaches because it just adds more moisture to the air. So it definitely helps with the headaches so much that sometimes after having my humidifier run for a couple of hours, I'll start to get a runny nose, which is just a sign of my sinuses clearing out. That's what my doctor has said anyway, that like it's good to like have a runny nose because it's flushing out of your system. I've loved my humidifier. It has two settings, low and high, and the high actually does create a lot of heat as well, so it kind of acts a mini heater, which is great because two of my walls in my room are exterior walls, so my room can be quite cold in the winter. So yeah, if you're a Canadian, look into getting a humidifier for the colder months. It helps bring some moisture and also helps heat up the room as well. Now let's get into makeup. So the past couple of months I've been testing a lot of makeup, and I kind of want to just briefly mention a couple of it. So first, I'm currently doing a project pan. I haven't talked about this on YouTube. It's mainly, well, I've like mentioned it here and there on YouTube, but if you want more information about it, you can check out my blog. I have a blog post, and in April I'll be doing an update. So I guess this is kind of like a mini update. So if you don't know what a project pan is, it's basically picking a couple of products and focusing on them and trying to hit pan. And pan is like the component of a product. As you can see, these blushes and bronzers are in metal pans. You can see it best on a single shadow. As you can see, makeup are kept in these metal pans within components, kind of thing, like within a palette. So hitting pan is being able to see the metal beneath it when it's a face product. So I had 5 products selected. A bunch of these are discontinued. I am sorry about that. So I had my powder. This is a BareMinerals duo that's discontinued. This is the, sorry, it's really hard to see it. There is a powder and a highlight. I've really been using this powder. Duo from Wonder Beauty. This is bronzer and blush. I have an eyeshadow palette from Colourpop that is discontinued. This is probably the one that I've made the least progress on, just because I've been testing so many eyeshadows. I have this MAC Cream Shine Glass lip gloss. The formula still exists, but this particular shade is discontinued, but it's pretty cool because when I take the thing out, I can now like scrape it. See, making good progress on that. And then I have a Maybelline lipstick. So this has been, I'm currently wearing it, but I have like lip balm and lip liner. So yeah, I've been working on those products a lot, so that means I haven't tested as many products, but just wanted to let you know I've been working on my project pan, products and I have a love-hate relationship with them. Sometimes I love them and sometimes I'm like, oh my god, this product sucks. But yeah, just wanted to mention that. Besides that, I did some testing. So for example, I got Auric, and my favorite of all the stuff that I got is Auric Glow Lust. First, I wanted to mention that the cap at first was really hard to get off and now it's getting better. It's still pretty difficult, but yes. So this is like a liquid highlight. I really like this because it's not necessarily as pigmented as using a liquid highlight. So when I mix it into my foundations, it just gives like a slight sheen. I'm not wearing it today though. It just gives it a slight sheen, and then wearing it on the skin is just so beautiful. I really like using this as a highlight, and I like to apply it a lot of times before my foundation. I just find that it just works best that way. But yeah, I really do enjoy this. This is the one that I've been using the most, and if you want to get anything from Auric, this is the product that I recommend the most, and I have the shade Selenite. Continuing with products that I've been testing out, as you guys know, I've posted a lot about the Colourpop, and I posted a final review on my blog, so I'll link that below if you want to check it out. But I will say that my favorite products that I got from my haul are the So Jaded palette. This is upside down. It's the So Jaded palette and the two blushes from the Animal Crossing collection. If you want to see this palette in action, I posted 3 looks 1 palette with this. I also used this on my lash line today to create just like a subtle green wing. It is St. Patrick's Day, that's why I'm wearing so much green. Yeah, I've really enjoyed this palette. The one thing I will say is that I kind of wish there was just maybe like one like mid-tone brown, because you have these two are really light, this one that's like dark. I'm just missing like something in the middle. Like these are really like orange toned, so I don't necessarily use this like every single day. I use this more when I'm doing fun makeup looks, but it is great for fun makeup looks. And then, like I mentioned, I really do enjoy these blushes from the Colourpop Animal Crossing collection. This one is just so right up my alley. I love a coral shade. Like this is just what I love to wear, especially in the warmer months. And then this one, I'm really surprised I like it so much. It looks really purple in the pan, but on the cheeks it translates to more of a pink. I will say the only thing is that there is glitter in the blush, but it's not a glittery blush, if that makes any sense. Sometimes there's blush formulas that are almost more like a highlight, that they're like metallic, versus this just has glitter in it. Like you can see it when you look in the pan, especially with this pink one. You can see the glitter in it, but the actual formula is more matte. So it's kind of nice because you'll just have the matte, but then just like little sparkles. I also do find if you really tap your brush off, then the glitters are less. But yeah, I do really enjoy these blushes, and they were some of the products that I used the most and reached for the most when testing out that. Those are a lot of the products that I've been testing out and using. Besides that, I have 2 other makeup products that I found myself reaching for a lot. So the first is this, what are you called? So this is the Charlotte Tilbury Light Wonder foundation. So this is a lightweight foundation that has a really hydrating and radiant finish. It's currently what I have on my skin right now, and as you can see, it's pretty dewy. If anything, I kind of need a powder right there. There we go, that's a little better. So yes, I will say that is the only downside about this foundation, is that if you have oily skin, I find that it does look pretty oily pretty quickly. It is a very dewy, glowy foundation. Like, I'm not wearing any highlight. It's all of this foundation. It does have a lighter coverage. Like, you can definitely see some of the redness peeking through, which I kind of like. I have noticed that on the day-to-day, I want something that's a little bit lighter coverage, not as full coverage. So this is great because it's light, but then it's like also dewy, so it gives me that radiance, and I just love the way that it looks. It just looks really nice. It wears really well. If you're curious as to how I feel about this one versus the Colourpop one that I tested. The Colourpop is definitely more of like a recent one. I got this back in December, so I use this like December, January, like a lot. And the difference I find is that the Colourpop one is very natural looking. It doesn't have, this has just a touch more pigmentation to it, so it gives you a little bit more coverage, and this one is very dewy versus the Colourpop one has a much more natural, if almost leaning matte finish. So it's mainly just the finishes that have a huge difference to them. I also have to say that I love the packaging because it is a squeezy tube, and I like to just squeeze this right onto my face. I know maybe that's not the most hygienic thing to do, but I'm really lazy. Yeah, I'm really lazy, so I just squeeze this right onto my face and then go in with my sponge or brush. I don't have to worry about putting it on the back of my hands because I actually really, maybe I should invest in a palette or something. I really find it annoying if I have to put product on the back of my hand and then put it onto the face. So yeah, I just love the convenience of this, of the like squeezy tube, but it's a squeezy tube, but it's still like very chic and sleek looking. This is expensive. I didn't purchase this. I was lucky enough to get it when I was still working at Sephora. Keep that in mind. Would I necessarily go and spend the money on it? Oh, I'm not sure. The Colourpop one is way cheaper. Like this is $55 Canadian and the Colourpop one is like $14 US, so like 20 Canadian, so definitely way cheaper, but I just love the look of this foundation. And then my other makeup product, this is an oldie that I kind of fell in love with. This is the Urban Decay All Nighter. I know, this is such a cult classic. I've been testing out a bunch of dewy stuff, like this foundation is very dewy. I've tested out like glow products and stuff. Because I've been using so many dewy glowy products, I don't necessarily want to use a dewy setting spray on top of that. I love a good dewy setting spray. The NYX one is one of my favorites, but when you're already looking dewy, you don't want to put dew on top of it, or at least for me and my oily skin. I gotta draw the line at some point. So this all-nighter is really good for still setting in my makeup and getting rid of any powderiness that I have on my face without making it look glowy. It does a really good job. Like, this is a classic for a reason. I've really been enjoying it. The sprayer on this is really good, so I don't have to worry about like getting like little drops on my face that ruin my makeup. So it's a classic. It's very good. It sets your face without making it extra glowy. So yes, very good. Now moving on to hair. I have two products. As you can see, I've been loving my curly hair, trying to bring out my curls the most that I can. And I promise I will film a hair video. I'm just deciding to film other things first, but I will film it. This product isn't empty, so stay tuned. Actually no, it'll already be up. I will link down below. I posted product empties, so if you want to see more details on this as well as some of my other empties, you can check it there. But this is the Briogeo Don't Despair Repair Honey Moisture Deep Conditioning Mask. I've had a whole journey with Briogeo. I first tried it out, I don't know, 4 years ago or something like that. I got their original deep conditioning mask in my BoxyCharm, and I didn't really like it at the time. I just felt that it wasn't moisturizing enough, that it didn't really do anything for my hair. I was using hair masks that were full of silicone that I felt really made a difference in my hair, and I didn't find that from Briogeo, so it kind of like turned me off the brand. Then after getting into the curly girl hair community, which basically means that I don't use silicones or sulfates on my hair anymore, I decided to give Briogeo another chance because they pride themselves on not using silicones and sulfates, and so many people have raved about the brand, so I did decide to try it. And I decided to try this mask because so many people raved about it. It is limited edition, which makes me so sad because it's just so good. I haven't tried the original one yet again, but I have tried their avocado one and the avocado kiwi one, or the green one. Isn't bad, but this is even better. So this is a deep conditioning mask that is meant to hydrate the hair, and that's what it really does. It really does hydrate the hair. My hair feels so soft and smooth and silky after I use it, and it smells so good. Oh, I love the smell of it. I loved using it every single time. A lot of people complain about the packaging. I think the packaging is super cute because it's like a honey bear, like a bear for the honey. I didn't have that many issues getting product out. Like, you just squeeze his back in the thing. So I didn't find it that difficult to get product out, but yes, I really enjoyed this mask. I found it really did make a difference in my hair, that I would use this about once a week, and after my hair was just so much softer and smoother. So this one is really good. They usually have this around holiday time, so next holiday time, or if they for some reason do bring it back now at holidays, I highly recommend picking this one up. And then speaking of my hair journey, I finally got a blow dryer for Christmas. I know I did not own a blow dryer before this because I never blow dried my hair. Like, I wasn't someone who could do a blow at home by myself. If I was going to do my hair, I was more likely to straighten or curl it, so I didn't own a blow dryer. And the amount of times I went to class or places with wet hair is insane, but I kind of just rolled with it because it's better for my hair. Since my hair is curly, it looks better if I were to air dry it than to use a normal blow dryer, because that will disrupt my curl pattern. So I never used a blow dryer. But after watching a bunch of like curly hair tutorials, a lot of them said to use a diffuser attachment on it, and that it actually gives the hair the best curls. So I asked for a blow dryer for my birthday. Not birthday. It's almost my birthday, but I got this at Christmas. So this is a Conair Infinity Pro. I wasn't picky about what blow dryer I got, and this one works great. Like I said, it has the diffuser attachment, which makes such a difference in my hair. I basically just kind of put a little bit into the cup. You just go like this. And then this blow dryer has a couple different settings. It has 2 blow settings, blow speed settings. I don't know, like how hard the air comes out. And then it has 3 air settings and also a cold shot button. And I really do enjoy the cold shot button. So I keep it on the lowest heat and the lowest speed. I don't know, is it speed? We're gonna go with speed. So keep it on those 2, and it does a really good job of blow drying my hair. It does take a while, and I usually don't blow dry it to like fully dry because that would take forever. I just kind of get it to like 80% dry, and then I let my hair finish, and this is the result. I think the curls are just the most defined when I do it this way. Otherwise I find that they're not as defined. It really has made a difference. I don't do it all the time because it can be a lot of work to do it, and I'm lazy. But whenever I film, because literally if I don't blow dry my hair, it takes it 4 hours to dry or something like that, like an insane amount of time. So it really does help me out. So I'll blow dry my hair whenever I film or if I have to leave the house. So getting a blow dryer with the diffuser attachment has been a game changer for me. And then I have one skincare favorite. I have acne, oily skin, so majority of the time I'm using products to either fight my acne or help with oil. But in the winter I do get dry sometimes. I mean, it happens. It's cold. It can be cold and dry here in Canada. So one of my favorite masks that I use in the winter time, this is the Versed Look Alive Hydrating Plumping Mask. I know they sell Versed at Shoppers now. I don't know if they sell this exact one. I actually won this in a giveaway back in 2019, and I thought for some reason that I would go through this little sachet thing, what do you call this, sachet? I don't know, this reminds me of where baby food comes in. But anyways, I thought I would go through this so quickly, and it's actually lasted me so long. Sorry if I moved. My cat is like chilling out right beside my tripod, and she just swatted at it. Do you want attention? Is that what you want? So yes, I'm actually surprised at how much this actually holds. This has lasted me a really long time, and I really do enjoy the packaging. It's like easy just to push a little bit out. Yes, but let's talk about the actual formula. So this is a hydrating mask. This is meant for drying and aged skin, and this is a gel mask that has collagen to help nourish, smooth, plump, and moisturize. I like to use this when I come out of the shower because it's generally when my skin is the driest. I like a really hot shower, like burning in hell kind of hot. So because of that, it can kind of dry out my skin. So putting on a mask like this kind of just helps bring some moisture back into the skin. If my skin is really dry, sometimes after the 15 minutes I have to put on a moisturizer over top, but majority of the time if my skin is like just kind of sort of dry or just like normal, then just using this mask for 15 minutes is enough moisture. If you have super dry skin, I'm not sure how much you'll like this. You might find that you need more, but if you have like normal combo oily skin, this is a really good hydrating mask for those moments where you do need some hydration but you're not like super dry kind of thing, and it's a pretty affordable price. Okay guys, that is it for today's video. Had lots of stuff to yammer on about but I hope you enjoyed it, getting to see some of the things that I've been loving lately. Please let me know down below what you have been loving this past winter. And yeah, I guess we'll do this in a couple of months, probably, I don't know, June or something like that, when spring is over and it'll be summer. I'm so excited for the warm weather to start coming. I really do enjoy spring. Fall is just amazing, but after that, spring is like a very close second. There's just something amazing about the warmer weather starting to come back and seeing all the leaves and the flowers, and I mean, also it's my birthday season, so you know, I gotta love that too. So yeah guys, that is it for today's video. Please like this video if you want to see more favorites videos and content like this, and subscribe to my channel. It really does help me out. And yeah guys, that's it. Okay.